Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of our Speed Car Key Reviews. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most iconic models that Audi has ever produced. One of the most sporty, the most usable, the most reliable sports car Audi has. What is that? That is the RS4. Now, this is a 2021 facelifted RS4. Talking about specs, it's 450 horsepower and 600 Newton meters of torque, produced by a 2.9 litre engine. Last time I was an M salesman, we got M, Audi, and of course AMG. Right, in the class where the M3 is, okay, the RS4 also has its cult following because last time the M3, they didn't produce the touring versions. In Audi's point of view, it's the Avant. Now, it's very usable. Come, let's take a look at the front first. What has changed in the facelift? Firstly, headlights have changed. Okay, they have changed to the headlights, which later you can see got. Because the front itself is also, I would say, making it look like a baby RS6. Just look at the front portion itself. It's very menacing. I have not used this word for a long time. Yes, menacing. Come, let's go to the side of the car. Come. Now, side of the car, you'll see a very nice silhouette. Okay, this is in black. Very classy looking, very professional looking. Rims are in silver. But what's most important is, if you have seen people how they use their RS4 in Europe, everywhere, people on top put surfboard put skiing equipment many things. In Singapore, if you are an avid cyclist, you don't need to buy your Saris bones, Saris super bones. This one, once the seats are collapsed, you can easily fit a road bike in with your wheels still intact. So that is how usable an Avant and estate car is. I once borrowed an estate car for my friend for house moving. I said, wow, power, okay? But that car not so fast. I will not say what car is that. But look at this car. It's a very good blend of practicality and sportiness and classiness. Now, before we talk so much, let's take a look at the interior first. Come. Once you come in, you'll be greeted by the honeycomb sport seats and the Alcantara door panels. So adding a very, I would say, VAG kind of feel to the car itself. Now, this is a fully perforated steering wheel with a flat bottom. Audis always do their flat bottom for their S models and their RS models. So this is looking, I would say, quite avant-garde. The dash itself is also updated. The MMI is also updated. Now, this is not using the S-tronic gearbox anymore. It's using an 8-speed torque converter. So I would say these days car makers are shifting towards torque converters. They are no longer using dual clutch purposes. The roof lining itself is also in black color. Okay, very, I would say, classy. Now, this brushed aluminium, you also have a Quattro telling you that this is all-wheel drive. Quattro, Audi Quattro. So I would say this interior is a good mix of using piano black as well. It's a good mix of, I would say, classiness and sportiness. Now, after the interior, let's look at what the engine bay holds. It's not one man, one engine, but let's see how the engine bay looks like. Right, now under this hood itself is a V6 2.9 engine. BMWs, they have moved from their V8 to their inline 6s. The Mercedes, the upcoming ones, are moving to their 2-litre. Their 63s, yes, they are moving to a 2-litre turbocharged engine with hybrid. So this still keeps the V6 engine. Alright, so fantastic, a very good blend of sportiness. Before we go for a drive, okay, let's see what we follow Matt Watson. These vans are real. This van is for show only. Now, what is the difference between an RS4 over the regular A-Force Okay, here's the wide body. Okay, it's around 30 mm wider than the regular A4s. Now, it's a very good telltale sign that this is a sporty Audi, because sporty Audi always use a very brushed, I would say matte silver kind of look for the side mirrors. So fantastic. Vorsprung durch Technik. This time is one of my first time, very few times I would say, seriously driving an Audi RS. Last time I used to drive the 4.2 B8 one. So at that point in time, I wasn't quite impressed. Okay, although I'll get slammed, but this time round, okay, you can say, hey, because you bring in this car, I mean, yeah, but because I read about it, I felt that it's a decent car, so I brought it in. Look at this car. First and foremost, the interior is also, I would say, quite good. You can change your views, okay, if your clusters by a touch of a button. There's also a RS mode here. Your RS mode is like your M button, where you can save preferred settings to it. They've also improved their MMI, so now it's touchscreen and you can get very, I would say, cell phone-like. I would say all the icons and all the apps. Not bad. Now, last time I had one complaint over Audis, is that I felt that the car and the driver is not connected. The steering last time was a little bit loose. Okay, I dare say this because I own an Audi A5 before. I bought new, mind you, Audi A5 in 2009, red color one, the 2.0 TFSI. I felt that, the steering was a little bit vague. I couldn't feel how much the car was turning, although I was turning the steering wheel. It just didn't feel connected. I would think that a lot of friends who have drove the Audis in the past would agree with me, right? But right now, they have upped their ante, they have improved their game. Right now, I feel that, okay, the steering, there is not much dead zone. Okay, okay, it's not too bad. I would say for daily driving, this car is fantastic because I think the element of comfort is more pronounced in an RS over an M, honestly speaking. This gives me a bit of Alpina kind of feel. Alpina also, it's a good balance of everyday driving over sportiness. But it doesn't mean that the M cars are not daily drivable. They still are, but it's just that this is probably M cars are like probably 65%, 70% sportiness, or maybe 60-40 I would say. This is more 50-50 Very slight, but you can feel it. As now you can see the lane change, lane departure signals when I wanted to change lanes. And I was told that this car, the fuel consumption is pretty good. Actually, the new cars consumption all good. The F80, M3, M4 consumption also good. Probably you can get 10-11 km per litre. Trust me, you can get that. So I think this car, it should be around that range. Although it's a little bit heavy. It is almost, okay, but you say heavy, then the G82 is also around this weight. It's around 1,007 kilos. For Avant, it's pretty decent. Now, this is the right size, I would say, for Avant, because it's not too big. We've driven Avants that are really big, the Volvos, wow, they one's scary. You're like driving a better ship, This one is just nice, I would say. One thing, okay, I'm very fair, I don't like about this car is that the sound is not very pronounced. You don't get your pops and bangs, your pop, pop, pop. Even the sound pipe in is not super enthusiastic. But come, let's up the ante one more. Okay, now we can hear a bit more growl. We are in RS1 mode right now. The RS1 mode, I've already set it to somewhat in the middle. Then I have my RS2. You can see my settings. Okay, it's probably more in the middle, all pretty balanced, dynamic balance, engine sound pronounced because it's really soft. Quattro sport differential is also balanced. Later, RS2 will be dynamic. Honestly, this 8-speed gearbox is not slower than the previous S-tronics. And right now I'm in RS1 mode, which is pretty balanced and not so comfort. You can feel that the character changes. Later we'll find a road, we'll try RS2. Road holdingness, I think, is pretty good. So after a Quattro, no complaints. Some people say it's a little bit soft, but I feel that it's just nice for me. Now, not 200 to this car, it's around 4.1 seconds claim. But I've seen some reviews, people are doing 3.9, 3.8. So it depends on your road condition also. And of course, Singapore's weather so hot. Alamak. Usain Bolt car, run also cannot get world record because it's too hot already. Okay, but this car is fast lah. We all know RSs are fast cars. Okay, now let's go to RS2. Ooh. Oh. The car immediately feels more urgent. Through my usual route, it's also very planted, comfortable and fast. Makings of a good tourer. Okay, you want to track this car also can lah, but probably won't have the advantage. But it will still be fast because the car is still blistering quick. 450 PS, 600 Nm. Don't play. Imagine you drive this car along North-South Highway. Wow, sleeper, sleeper. People think, wow, once they run with you, they know, wow, this car got pedigree. So I'm taking it around fast sweeping bends, no problem, This car takes the corners with ease. Wow, okay, got pops and bangs lah, but not super pronounced. Again, you can hear it like pops and bangs once it's in RS mode. Oh, not bad, This Audi really impressed me. I'm quite... good car. Thumbs up. Yeah, so this car is for sale. If you are keen on a sports car, daily drivable with good space, family man kind of car, put dog, put bicycle, put 4 Brompton, okay, this is the car for you. Alright, so just give us a call. This car's for sale. One and only. Cheers.